Achieved with CryEngine.
Hey everyone, and welcome to yet another draft stream. I hope you guys are all doing okay. And today we are here with Xenia, our game designer. Hey Xenia, how you are doing today?
Hello, I'm ready to tell you stuff about the event.
Yeah, and of course, Dennis is back after a long time of the stream. Hey Dennis, how are you doing?
Back from vacation, good to be back.
Exactly, and yeah guys, I see that you guys are really liking the new comment in the chat, so let's just talk a tiny bit about that, because we are indeed running a test Twitch drops campaign. As you can see, you are able to earn a few rewards if you type in the command drops on Twitch only. So guys on YouTube and Facebook, you can do it over Twitch. You will get a little drop down with a link. Please click that link, and there you will be able to connect your account. Now, it's important to know that as soon as you are starting the stream, so already in the last 10 minutes or so, you are already earning points because it's time-based. But to claim the rewards, you will have to connect your account, so make sure to connect it. And by the way, we will have a gameplay stream tomorrow, so you will be still able to earn these small rewards tomorrow as well. And as you may know, we will have a Twitch drops campaign this year, so this is in order to test if everything works good with the new system. So yeah, I see that Twitch is going crazy with the drops links, but we may need slow mode if mods are there. But yeah, so just make sure to check the link out on our website, connect your accounts, and you can earn the hunting bows, the special ammo for the hunting bow. I think it's a concertina. Actually, it's all three, I believe, and you can get the 3 new Scotfield revolvers as well. So might as well earn something by watching the dev streams. And yeah, and another note from the community side, that we currently have a cosplay contest going on for the Harvest event, which is obviously makes a lot of sense with the Halloween theme. So just so you guys know, you have to submit your entries by this Friday, so that's the 29th by midnight in European time or CEST. So please, if you are preparing some hunt related costumes or anything that would work with hunt, please submit it to submissions@crytek.com by that date, and you can earn some cool rewards like hunt merch, DLCs, game keys, and a lot of blood bonds. So yeah, if you are cosplaying or creating any hunt related costumes for this Halloween, make sure to submit it there, and you may win. So it's a win-win situation, and we are really looking forward to seeing your cosplays, and obviously we'll show them on our social media channels as well. But without further ado, it's time to dive into the event. So let's start and let's talk about the Harvest.
All right, so we finally have a new event coming up. It's been a while, haha, not. So basically this year you guys already had the chance to participate in 2 pretty awesome events, like with the release of Scrapbig, as well as the event focused around First Nation, the Bow and Arrow with Light the Shadow. Now we are basically coming back to an event that we had last year, which is a seasonal event, and that is Halloween. So it's an event that basically focuses on the season, as you might have already guessed, and it's one of 2 events that we still have this year, so there's more to come. And we will be able to talk more about this in more detail soon, but let's first talk and hear more about what the Harvest actually means. So go ahead, Xenia.
So the Harvest is our second already Halloween event. So, and we have this event running for 2 weeks, and it starts tomorrow and will end on the 9th of November. So check your started time for your region, wherever you are, because we see the time this in UTC, but it will be running for 2 weeks. So you guys will have like 2 weekends for this. And also for the whole duration of the event, 14 days to earn all rewards and some points on top that will be converted to $100, but we can later discuss it. As usual, this event has its own event page, new event page, and unlike previous events, we decided to keep it like more or less simple. So before you got used to Scrapbig event and Light the Shadow event, where we have like different passes, we had different stages for community and personal stages. Harvest is going to be pretty straightforward. So that's one progress pass. with legendary rewards to unlock and other stuff that you can earn in between.
Exactly.
So,
sorry, just
let's-
for the chat, because the Twitch, if the website is down and not working with the linking, just please wait, and I'm sure we will fix it soon, and we will announce it as soon as it's up. But yeah, so you don't have to spam until then. We are sorry if it's not working right now.
Keep in mind this is a test, so exactly to find that type of stuff out. That's why there's also no super big like rewards in it. And also just to reiterate on what Benz was saying earlier, like there will also be another chance tomorrow in the gameplay stream. So in case there's some issues with the webpage today, don't freak out. There will be another chance tomorrow. It's a very small campaign. It's really just to test the environment from our side. The real Twitch drop campaign, that will come at a later point. We talk about this more.
Second, Senia, you can go ahead. Sorry for that.
Yeah,
This chat was going crazy.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, as Dennis mentioned, better now than when we will run maybe a proper campaign, right?
Maybe,
So-
yeah.
So back to the event progression. So it's like, as I mentioned, one pass. The difference from previous events is like a bit the different distribution of the rewards. Can we actually get back to the event page for a second, so it's like easier to explain? Thank you. So for the start of the event, every participant will get a WORMSEED shot. For some people, it's pretty well known from the previous event. For others who hear this for the first time, we'll explain it later. And also during this event, we will give one WORMSEED shot as a reward before you unlock the legendary. So actually to help you guys to progress further. We will have 4 legendary rewards there. Do I talk too much, or we can just move forward with legendaries? Just in an overview, that legendary rewards are placed on 200, 500, 800, and 1000 event points to earn, and we will talk later for sure what kind of reward you can earn there.
Exactly. And yeah, as you mentioned, it's a singular progression system. You already touched on it. But maybe you want to like once more just go over. It's a bit more simple and more streamlined compared to the previous two.
I would use word streamline, so it's like pretty straightforward. You start at 0, you finish in at 1000. That's it. No choice to make, no community efforts. So just your personal event progression, where you start at 0, you finish at 1000, and you have a chance to earn up to 10,000 event points on top as regular, which will be converted to $100. But also, like, for those for whom this information is new, we'll of course stop it a bit later on this point.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and we actually, as you guys maybe heard in the trailer already, we have a brand new event theme song in addition to the Halloween hunt theme that you also know from last year. And this song will be available on all your streaming platforms or your favorites anytime in the like very near future. So it will be available. We will let you know on our social channels. For those, because I've seen you guys already really like this song, so keep an eye out. And just a side note, you know, December 10th at the saloon as well, you know, there's something happening there, so, you know, keep an eye out for that as well.
Be and know what to sell.
Exactly. And let's talk about the new visuals.
Yeah, so alongside like running now a Halloween event for the second time, Xenia was already mentioning, we also went back to drawing board a little bit when it comes to the visual style. So we wanted to give it a bit of an update in terms of huntifying, if that is a word, the visuals a little bit, make it a bit more fitting to the gritty, like swampy, dark style that we have in the game. So, and as such, the pumpkins and the scarecrows have received a bit of an update visually, so they feel a bit more integrated. We want to go away a little bit from the stereotypical Halloween look, but actually make it a bit more of our Halloween.
Yeah, they are really creepy, as you guys can see it on the screen meanwhile slowly. So these are some of the pumpkins heads, really cool. And then we have the scarecrows.
Yeah, might have already seen that in the trailer.
Exactly.
So yeah, basically that shows you it's all about pumpkins again. So let's dive a little bit deeper into how you actually interact with these pumpkins, what the event rules are this time around.
Event rules, they're pretty much similar what we had before. So the event points can be collected by performing different activities, and those activities they're actually separated by 3 groups. It's this usual exploration paths, playing the objective, and PvP. So exploration paths means that you can find pumpkins scattered around the map in every match and just smash it, like shoot it, tap on this and get your event points. Playing the objective, that pumpkins will be rewarded by the playing main objective of the mission, find and killing the boss. We will stop a bit later on the details how exactly it will be working. And PvP, which is familiar to you from previous event, Light the Shadow, where you could earn event points by looting Hunter Corpse.
I really missed being able to smash pumpkins. Like, if there's one thing from last year I wanted back, it's exactly that. Being able to smash pumpkins. It was so satisfying, so really looking forward to that again.
Yeah, there was only the few pumpkins until now in the new map, Desal, that you can smash, so it's great to have the actual Halloween pumpkins on all maps. So yeah, let's look into the exploration part in a bit more detail. Xenia?
So yes, basically you can earn points by smashing the pumpkins, what I already mentioned. They are scattered on the ground and like on the floors in some buildings. You can find them there. And also you can find scarecrows. And scarecrows will give you a bit more points, but you also need to destroy the pumpkin head on the scarecrow. So it's like we're again moving a bit back with the rules, because if you remember for Light the Shadow we had wars, and with wars you are interacting, but here with the pumpkins, as Dennis mentioned, since it's like the most satisfying part of the harvest in Halloween, we just smash this pumpkin. So smash them all, smash them on the ground, smash them on the scarecrows, just everywhere.
Exactly. Meanwhile, I started playing the video while you were talking about them, so as you can see, you can just smash them by walking over them, and they make the satisfying crunchy sound. Yeah, and then we also have a video for the scarecrows, as you can see. Exactly, so I think that's it
Juicy.
for the... Yeah, very juicy. So that's it for the exploration part. So again, just to recap, you can destroy all the pumpkins around the world for 2 event points that are on the floor, just by walking over them, shooting them, or anything like that. And then there's the scarecrows, where you also have to destroy the head, and they will give you 3 event points this time. And let's take a look at the objectives, Xenia.
So, as I mentioned before, playing the objective means they complete the main goal of your mission, to find the boss, kill, pick up the bounty, extract with bounty, but put aside bounty, let's be focused on the bosses. So for those who participated last year Halloween event, you remember that we had only one boss that actually gave you points for interacting with like pumpkin. It was Butcher, who dropped the pumpkin head, and this time we actually wanted to make it more interesting and involve all bosses. So that's why now you can earn event points by the pumpkins that dropped by Scrubbig during Frenzy. So every Frenzy, Scrubbig drops 1 pumpkin. So
Exactly.
you can smash them and collect points. Also, good old Butcher still dropping his but renewed pumpkin head, because it also was adjusted and looks different from previous year. Butcher pumpkin head will give you 6 event points. And we also try to make Spider and Assassin more attractive and like lead people to go there, even though like they do not give like points on the direct engagement, but you can find additional pumpkins seeded around their layer. So that's also the way how to make every single boss attractive and actually make it meaningful to go for the boss to also progress in the event.
Yeah, and we do have some videos to show you guys, so let's look at Scrappy first, how he drops the little pumpkin every time he's in Frenzy.
I actually love this part in the trailer when Scrubbick is dropping pumpkin and like this big picture of pumpkin. That's beautiful.
So keep in mind that the pumpkins, they are dropped in addition to the normal gameplay stuff, so you won't get like fewer like traps, health packs, etc. So it's just linked to the same system.
I already seen a question regarding this. So can you still find pumpkins in the compound of Scrapbeak, or is it like with every other item that he collects them?
He collected. He would put them all in his bag.
Awesome.
So with Scrapbeak, it's really about getting them back from him through like making him shake them off. And as we know from the butcher, it's about like his personal pumpkin head, basically, that gives you the score. Which is like the original idea we started with, right? Like so we continue with that, and then we have the other rules for the other bosses.
Exactly. So here you can see the butcher head Dennis just mentioned on the floor already, and I think we also have a video when it actually falls off its head. Yeah, and you know, like this just replaces the piggy head that the butcher usually has, and he drops it the exact same way as it would drop that, but this time you can also smash it to get the 6 points. And yeah, that's it for playing the objective. Obviously, if you guys will have any questions, we'll address them at the end of the stream in the little Q&A section, like always. And
yeah, there was actually one question about Scrapbeak I would like to address right away, which is whether the pumpkins follow the same rules as, for example, other items if he gets burned or like destroyed in this case, like so that he drops destroyed items. I mean, so the pumpkins are disconnected from that, so you will still be able to collect them and get the points. Like you do not need to be careful how you damage him. He will still kind of drop the points and you can collect them.
Sounds good. That's awesome. And as Senia mentioned, the last point is PvP.
Last but not least.
Exactly.
Yeah, so another important addition, and you guys might be familiar with this from the native Light the Shadow event. So we brought this PvP part, how to earn event points. So it's not only focused like purely on PvE part, exploration and playing the objective, but actually we want you to engage to each other to earn event points. So rules are the same. You still can get event points from the looting dead hunters. The event points actually fall in like in a very basic rule that each corpse can be looted twice for event points, and if you're playing in a team, like team of 2, team of 3, body can be looted for event points only once. So your teammate looted body for event points, you all get in these event points, and you can't get event points from this body anymore, even if another teammate is trying to loot it. Also, all points looted from the, like in general, all earned event points, they're shared within the team, but just to explicitly make it one more time, that for looting it's also shared within the team.
Yeah, so basically, it's one of the rules that we found worked really well in Light the Shadows, having the PvP component part of it. So this is basically just taking that component over into the rules for this event and giving you guys a chance to also, like, yeah, get a reward from fighting each other, not just from traversing the world and fighting the objective.
And
one important note regarding the looting. So, like, this basic rule applied to the revived hunters as well. So if it was already given the points, it's not possible to get points again. So
yeah, and I already seen someone asking about Vulture. Yeah, a Vulture trait will also work. So if you find a team that's already dead and hasn't been looted 3 times yet, then you can use the trait to actually loot them as well for extra points for your team. So that works as anything else in the game, basically. And we also have a video just to show you guys. It's pretty straightforward, but might as well look at it. Ouch. Yeah, so as you can see, it rewards you 4 points as soon as you loot a hunter, and anything else that the guy said applies. So Vulture and only once per team, and revives won't count extra points. And that's it about how to earn points, but let's take a look at the point caps that we have this event.
So basically Again, nothing new. Every legendary unlock will have like this its own daily cap. When basically you reach the daily cap, you can't earn event points anymore until the next day when the cap is suspended. But you still can interact with event-related objects, so do exactly the same. Smash pumpkins on the scarecrow, killing the boss, losing hunter corpses. But instead of event points, you will get hunter XP.
Exactly, and we also have some images to show you guys, so maybe you can explain, but I mean, it's kind of straightforward as well.
Yeah, so as you can see, so those chests, they represent legendary skins unlock, and to give the impression that something is completed, like you every day will be able to unlock like next legendary, and so daily caps, they're set on the 200 event points, 500, 800, and 1000 event points. Once you reach the cap, you need to wait when suspended to progress further, but still you can profit somehow in this way to collect hunter XP.
And maybe it's worth mentioning that you can also earn like smaller rewards before the legendaries in every little progression. So
yeah, as regularly we have not only like these 4 legendary skins, which are like the main rewards, but also to give the feeling of completion and give some rewards in between. We have like the smaller reward, which are like this time, for example, we will give in the middle of the progression WORMSEED shot, or some $100, or like another consumable. So at least something to give this feeling of completion. You can earn like not only those skins.
awesome. And we also have a new addition with this event, which is also somewhat similar to Light the Shadows. But let's talk about the pumpkin side of it.
Gotta love this name, and like I'm even a bit sad that we didn't have it in the game, like pumpkin side. So yeah, if you remember, if you were playing in Light the Shadow event, you should remember that we introduced new mechanic when actually all event related items they were highlighted in the dark side. We keep this mechanic for a Halloween event because looking how we introduced a new mechanic, looking how it's performing, and we saw like very positive feedback for this, and it's actually very helpful for players to collect this event items, because like it's not necessary anymore like to stare somewhere to try to define where is this pumpkin or something. So you can clearly see this in the dark side. And for the harvest, we will have highlighted in the dark side pumpkins, which are like scattered on the map, and scarecrows, since it's 2 event objects which are related to exploration paths. Rules are the same. Minimum range by default, you will have 10 meters. So every player entering the mission will have 10 meters default range for pumpkin side. So from 10 meters, you can see like either pumpkin or scarecrow once you switch to the dark side. And maximum, you can have 70 meters. And probably you already got a guess how you can reach 70 meters, but we can move
Talk
ahead.
about it in a second. Yeah, and someone asked if Dennis came up with pumpkin side, and actually he did. So you're right.
15 or 20 minutes ago,
Yeah.
as we went through the slides with Lakiko, how we can call this? Oh, we call it a dark side pumpkin boost, pumpkin view. It's just for the presentation. It's just obviously there was a possibility to see these event items more clearly in dark side, but pumpkin side I think was quite fitting. So we agree
It's
on
a
it.
really good name. Yeah, and yeah, we also have a video for this. So let's take a look at the pumpkin side. I think it's gonna be called pumpkin side forever now on. So. Oh yeah, so just as you can see, it will be highlighted similar to Light the Shadow as well in the dark side. The scarecrow as well as all the pumpkins around you.
I think it's worth to mention that we actually try to keep the same color for the highlighting objects, because like you guys got used to this too during the Native American event. It's just like different shape. So if for Light the Shadow there was like kind of lightning, but there's like more spooky things there.
Someone in the chat just wrote like, "Whoa, pumpkins not orange, missed opportunity." But actually, we intentionally did that because, like for us, or highlighting like the other players is like with the dark side boost is very much orangey focused. So whenever I see someone sees like something orange pop up in dark side, they probably get a heart attack. So we wanted to take it easy on you guys.
Yeah, it would feel like there's hunters everywhere around you all the time, so I prefer the white. Yeah, so you mentioned that we can earn these by something. We can earn the minimum and maximum range, and let's take a look at that. The wormseed shots are back from last year.
So yes, Wormseed shot. Sorry, Wormseed shot is back, and this time it's like even 3 times more. So because we have different options for different boosts. So we will have bronze Wormseed shot, which will give you 15% of the event points boost and plus 5-meter range increase. For 40 blood bonds, we will have silver Wormseed shot, which will give 25% event points boost, plus 10-meter range increase for 80 blood bonds. And we will have gold Wormseed shot, which gives 50% event points boost, 50-meter range increase for 150 blood bonds. So basically, how it works, you can bring them and equip and bring them to the mission as a boost as a consumable. Then you can use them, and the effect stacks both on the side event points boost percentage and for the dark side range. So you can bring like, I don't know, 4 gold, yeah, and get plus 60 meter dark side. Sorry, pumpkin side range, and also you will get 200% event points boost. Also, this boost is shared within the team and stuck in within the team, but just like during the native Light the Shadow event, I'm sorry, just like Light the Shadow event, we will have the hard cap for the range. That range can't go above 70 meters. So you still can, and your friends and your teammates still can use Wormseed shot, but you will get the increase of the percentage of the event points. There is no hard cap, but maximum range that you can reach for the pumpkin side, it will be 70 meters. So basically, rules are the same as
Yeah,
for Light the Shadow.
similar what we've already learned from Light the Shadows, and it definitely gives like a big boost on top of what last year's Halloween had. So I think that's pretty cool. Before we move on, I've been asked by our tech guys in the background to convey quickly that the Twitch drops seem to be causing an issue, as some of you guys might have already figured out. That's not a big deal because we will have them active still for tomorrow. So we hope to resolve everything for the gameplay stream tomorrow, and then in the meantime, see that you can familiarize yourself already with linking. Potentially you can do that separately, and then if you tune in tomorrow for the gameplay stream, the drops should be active there. Again, this is just a quick test campaign. There's nothing exclusive or major in there. It's just a way to get your hands on a bit of loot, and it helps us to figure out if the system works, which clearly, or we figured something out about it today, and then we can resolve this for tomorrow and make sure that the next proper Twitch drop campaign will then have everything working as intended. So we can abuse the stream a little bit for testing. So a little bit of our little like testing monkeys today, unfortunately. But tomorrow, hopefully, everything will be resolved and you will be able to get some of the rewards. So sorry for the inconvenience about that, but that's just what can happen in testing.
Yeah, and as Dennis mentioned that the website linking, you should definitely do that even if you have already linked your account during our last Twitch drops campaign, because this is actually a completely new system. So if you have linked it, you will still have to unlink and link again, because otherwise it won't work. So for everyone there that is already linked, please link your accounts again, otherwise it won't work. And yeah, tomorrow we will be back with the gameplay stream, and that will be probably longer than this stream as well, and we'll be just playing some games. So you will easily have enough time to earn all the rewards, so don't worry too much. And we also have some videos about the wormseed shot, so let's look at one example of the gold wormseed shot, and then showing the range, minimum and maximum ranges as well.
So yes, you can basically see. So if before where Hunter was staying, it wasn't noticeable that there's like something highlighted in a pumpkin side, but then after using this syringe, uh, don't forget first for free for the 0 event points, then you can see actually for the bigger range.
Yeah, and
And
it's so cool that like how the little vines are like fading away if you go out of the range. I just noticed that. And here's another video, Cinia, with the ranges for the max range.
yeah, that's here probably. Fortunately, I can't see small icons because for me the screen is so tiny. So that's we wanted to explain that whatever like the amount you will take. So sometimes so range can go higher than 70 meters. Event points still can be still stackable and do not have upper limit, but range is hard capped at 70 meters, which is like pretty long distance to be fair.
Yeah, as you can see here, it's like currently it's 70 meters and 200% boost for the points, and it's really far. Yeah, so.
Yeah. And most importantly, it's completely optional, right? Like, so we did not design this for you to have to use it, but it's a question of convenience, and it's there for you if you want to. But if you continue playing throughout the event, you also have no problem getting the stuff, but just need to play a little bit more.
Exactly, and I think that's it for the WORMSEED shots. And yeah, let's look at how the unlocks will work this time and what you can unlock, which is probably the most interesting or fun part for you guys to see all the cool upcoming skins. So, as always, as Seni already explained it to you guys, you'll have the event progression where you earn points, and that way you can unlock all the skins, which are currently at every daily cap. And this time we'll have 3 legendary weapons, as well as a legendary hunter. And should we already take a look? I think we should, so...
Absolutely.
Yeah, so the first unlock is called the Executioner, and it's a legendary combat axe, and it's looking awesome.
Executioner, get it?
This legendary skin will be available to unlock with 200 event points.
Yeah, and we actually have a very cool video from our creative services team, so let's take a look. It's really cool. I really like the brain exploding sound at the end. Just once more. Yeah, so that's the first unlock at 200 points, and it's a legendary combat axe. It's really cool. I actually really like it, so that's awesome. But we obviously have way more, so let's look at the second unlock, which is the Marwood, and it's a Caldwell rival this time. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see it, so now you can see it.
I really like this one.
Yeah, it's super cool. Oh, and it's worth mentioning, guys, that I won't be reading out the lore for these guns this time, because it will be part of the event fun to see what's the story behind all these weapons. So make sure to unlock them, read their little lore snippets in the game. And also make sure to read all the lore about the event itself on the first page, because it's always fun. And we'll probably also have a blog explaining everything later on, so keep an eye out for that as well. But yeah, let's take a look at the Marwood video as well.
Yeah, also worth to mention that this skin will be available at 500 event points, and like also on this event points place the second daily lock.
But yeah, so you're basically able to unlock it on the second day.
Yeah, like so every day cap will have basically one core legendary for you to kind of settle on, and then you can obviously continue using it, play with it, get additional points, have fun, and then get them for XP obviously until the next lift.
Yeah, but I mean, yes, that would be correct. That lock is suspended on the second day, but you can unlock it on the second day only if you're playing like a bit more than regular. That's also like too.
Yeah.
That expectations.
And you can see that there's some lore snippet on the gun itself, so you guys should find out more about that in the lore.
I really like when we add like the slings and stuff to it. I really enjoyed that on the Sparks release previously. For this one here, it looks really ace
like
as
these
well.
additional little attachments and such. I think they're so cool. Yeah. Then we have the closed casket, which is Mosin Obrez mace this time. I know that some people were like, "Oh, we really want an Obrez mace skin," so there it is, and it's like
fine, have it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's like probably my favorite skin, like out of this event. It's like so gory and cool and so like sci-fi-ish, like put together. It's just so better. And I mean, now that we have the bow, like it's so good to take as a sidearm, for example, with that. I think so. It will be great. And we also have a video, obviously, guys. So let's take a look.
And that's the unlock for 800 event points.
800. So we have 200, 500, then 800, and 1,000 at the very end.
Someone saying the skin is amazing. I really agree with that statement.
Wow, amazing.
Keep it coming.
Well, this is so cool, honestly. Oh, really good against emulators as well, by the way. Yeah, so that's for the closed casket. Super cool. And so unlike last Halloween, we do have a hunter this time, and you guys obviously seen it in our trailer video for the event as well. But now we will have a picture where you can take a closer look. So he will be called the Headsman, and he is the last unlock at the event for 1,000 event points, and he is really badass.
The Headsman is a pretty amazing skin. I really like this guy. Like he conveys like the badassness of a tier 3 guy, but like he comes with this purpose of being like so nicely fit together with the axe. So I really actually expect a lot of people to run around with this skin to actually really use the executioner axe, because they just match up so nicely.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically made for... He looks like an executioner, so I mean, he probably is, right?
He is the Headsman.
So yeah, the axe is like perfect for him, and he's so cool. I love how he has the little eye cutouts. I think it's gonna be like a fan favorite skin as well. So there you go, guys. That's the 1,000 unlock at the very end of the event. So I hope you guys all like it. And let's move on to last year's legendaries.
So yeah, something that we have been discussing and you guys have been asking about for a very long time already, since we've started with events, right? Be that the Halloween event last year as well as winter event, the first Twitch drop campaign we had, about what about things that you missed. So in case you only joined the game like after these events were happening, and also might have not had the time to actually participate back then. So now, starting with Halloween, we have the first time that we rerun an event. So it's the first time we actually are facing that problem. What do we do with them? We have a couple of ideas that we wanted to explore. We haven't gotten everything in for what we wanted, so there will be a second phase to this, but more of that in the future. For now, however, we made them available for blood bonds. That means what you will be able to do is now that for the duration of the event, you will be able to purchase the last year's legendary exclusive rewards for blood bonds. In the future, we also want to explore alternatives like you being able to just also play to unlock stuff, but we will talk about that a little bit further down the line. That's possibly something only for next year. But we want to make sure you guys have a chance to actually get that content, and it's something that we also obviously want to then move forward with as we repeat other events in the future.
Yeah, it's important to emphasize that it's only during the event. So if you want to get those skins from last year, then you will have to do it in the 2 weeks for this event, because they will disappear after that again. So
Yeah. So you won't have them added forever, right? You have to use the opportunity, or then wait for maybe next year's, or whatever the solutions we might implement in the meantime. But for the time being, it's basically using the same system that we developed for the Light the Shadows event, where we had the Wayfarer and the Medkit as exclusive content that you guys could also optionally purchase if you wanted, and using that same system that allowed us to make the content from last year available, so you guys at least have a chance to do it. You can also just wait a little longer until we have maybe other means doing it, but if you really want them, there's going to be your chance while this event is running.
Exactly, and just to recap what we had last year, we had one legendary tool, which I believe was a heavy knife, and the 3 legendary weapons as well. So let's take a short look at them and their prices in the store, because I see a lot of you are already asking about that. So first of all, we had the skeleton key, which is the heavy knife I mentioned. This is also really cool, one of my favorite knife to this day, actually. So so cool. And it will cost 400 blood bonds in the store if you want to buy it separately, because we may have a bundle for all of these, but we'll be back to that in a bit as well. So yeah, the skeleton key, 400 blood bonds. Then the second unlock was the BONESHARD, which is a PAX claw.
Still one of my favorite pistols. I really like that skin.
Same. And it will cost 600 blood bonds. It's actually like, since my PAX is like my second favorite gun in the game, I really love the claw, because you can just not take a knife, basically. So
What's your favorite, Benz?
My favorite is probably the uppercut.
That's fair enough.
Sometimes I just go with 2 uppercuts, and I just love it. But like the PAX feels similar, and it's really good, so I also love it. It just depends on if I take long ammo or medium ammo, basically, which one take. Yeah, so and we have some close-up pictures on this as well. So such cool skin with the little bones between, and obviously the claw part itself is a nice bone. So cool. Then the next skin is the ROMERO HATCHET, SCAPULA, and this is also super badass. I don't know, I actually like really like all our like seasonal skins. Basically, they are like so cool, and they give like a nice vibe to all of them. So these will cost 500 blood bonds in the store, and here's some more pictures for you guys as well. And obviously, it's very good for those players that started during this year or just recently joined the game and didn't have a chance to unlock these. So make sure to play during the event and look at the store as well. There's some more like close-ups of this as well. And then the last weapon unlock for last year was the Black Bone, which was a VETTERLI skin. And I think this is also actually a fun favorite for the VETTERLI itself as well. And it costs 500 blood bonds in the store this time. And again, here's some cool shots of it.
It just gets betterly and betterly, Benz.
BACKI, yeah, especially after 1.6.2. I think this is a great choice with some high value ammo. Beautiful. So bloody as well.
Yeah, it's a pretty gory weapon. I really like having actually. I mean, it's a name giver, right? Like the backbone,
yeah,
on the backside, on the buttstock, but it's a really good gun.
Awesome. And yeah, since we talked about the new skins, let's take a look at the new event store. Maybe Sine, if you want to talk us through that.
So yes, basically what the guys just mentioned, Dennis and Benz, we will have different WORMSEED shots in the event store page, bronze, silver, and gold. You can buy any of them if you like, and you can bring them to the mission and buy again. You will have an access to every single last year legendary from the Halloween event. I would be like more specific there, that it's like not from previous events yet.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Halloween. And also altogether they will be available with the bundle. So if you want to purchase like all 4 of them, you will be able to purchase bundle, and bundle will actually have a discount. So that's even better. But important part, if you already own some of the last Halloween event items. So for example, you unlocked like first two of them, or you got only the last year login bonus skeleton key. Bundle unfortunately will not be available because bundle is sold like as a pack and pack of 4. But you always will be able to buy separated items. So if, for example, you have skeleton key, you still will be able to buy a single like scapula, bone shard, and backbone.
Exactly, and meanwhile you can see the discount on the bundle page as well, what Senia talked about. So you'll have a 25% discount in total if you buy the skins together. And I'll just quickly show you guys the WORMSEED shot pages as well, because obviously those are all new. So each will have its own store page or tab, let's say, and obviously it will display what they exactly do. So this is a silver one, and then the golden one. And obviously you can also buy the skins separately from this tab, as well as the store tab. If you go to Legendaries, they will show up there as well. I think some players already found it in the last update because they were already visible, but now you will actually be able to buy them during the event, so that's great. And yeah, this is just the page for those skins.
Yep, so hopefully many of you guys who have been asking about being able to get your hands on last year's rewards will be happy now that there's a chance. And as you said in the beginning, we are also looking into other ways of making them available in the future, besides being able to unlock them with Bloodbones, but more on that once we get closer to this.
Sounds good, Dennis. Yeah, as always, you always have a bit more rewards at the end of the event. So I think we may have already mentioned it, but any extra point you collected during the event will be converted to $100. And Senia, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's correct. It's 1-to-1 ratio, and extra event points means that after you unlocked everything in the progress bar, so after 1,000 event points, all other points counted as an extra. So those points. Do not mix it up with like daily cap and hunter XP. So yes.
Yeah, and as it's always a question, if you buy more WORMSEED shots than you need and the event is over, then they will be obviously converted back to Bloodbones at the end, so you are not wasting them basically. And I think that's about this event, but we still have something in store for you guys, at least to show off. And I know a lot of you are really excited about this and really love it. So let's just take a look at the Cold-Blooded DLC that is actually releasing tomorrow on all our platforms, so console and PC as well. Obviously we will have an announcement on our social channels as soon as it's live, but you will be able to buy the awesome weapons and the hunter as well, so we'll take a look at them in a second. Yeah, so let's take a look at Tooth to Tail, which is a legendary bomb lance, and it's really great as well. I bet you really like it, Dennis.
I think it's amazing. I'm a super big fan of the hunter as well. I will get to that in a minute.
Exactly. So this pack will include the bomb lance, the Avaries, which will be a Romero skin. It's also thematized very similarly with the Gators. And if you read the lore, I think you can already do that on Steam. You can find out about the hunter and the weapons as well. It's a really cool little story, and such a badass skin again. I love it. I already had a chance to play with it a bit, and I actually take the Romero more now. It's so cool. And what everyone's been waiting for, the Reptilian, the hunter itself, in actually like really high res here. So
this guy looks so amazing. I think it's definitely one of our best skins. I really love it. Like, art guys keep just pouring out more and more amazing skins every time.
Yeah, it's really so badass. Like, everything about it, like the Gator, it's almost like if you think about a hunter in like games in general, or like a rogue, it reminds me of that. If you know, like with the animal skin all over his, I mean the alligator skin in this case, and like the little hoodie and stuff. So cool. And even the little gloves, like it has like these alligator claws on his hand. It's just So great. Yeah, so that's the DLC. Again, guys, it's releasing tomorrow on all platforms. Please keep an eye out on our announcements. And let's see if you have any questions to us regarding the event. So it's time to answer some questions. And I'll transition to us. Hey. Oh my gosh. It's like so quick, it's very hard to read. Oh, someone asked if you get any free WORMSEED shots this time.
Then probably someone either just joined or didn't pay attention to what I'm saying. Yes. At the start, at the 0 event point, when you just enter the event, you will get one WORMSEED shot. And also this time we're giving you at the middle of the progression before the 500 event points legendary also another WORMSEED shot to actually speed up your progression, to help you a bit even if you joined late, for example, or like for whatever reasons. There will be 2 WORMSEED shot in the event progression. But first you are getting for free. Another you need to collect points to unlock.
So I think tied to this, I already seen a question. Can we tell them the other unlocks other than the legendaries exactly? Maybe.
Yeah, sure. But in general, so first it will be one bronze WORMSEED shot. Sorry. Another that's $500. Then we have 200 event points Executioner Combat Axe. Then we will have 3 vitality shots. Then what I just mentioned, we will have 1 bronze WORMSEED shot. Then there will be Marwood. Then there will be 3 frag bombs, 3 big dynamite bundle, 1 close casket, which is like legendary unlock, and $1,000, and then legendary hunter.
Yeah, so basically, as same formula as always. So we have the legendaries being like the key beats of each of the days while we have the daily caps running, but they're like the bigger milestones in between, and then we have some smaller stuff as fillers in between, which might be interesting for some of you guys. It's just consumables you can use away. The highlights obviously are the legendary skins.
Yeah, and before answering any questions, I actually forgot to show the videos for the Tooth to Tail as well as the Avarisa skins from the DLC. And since our creative services team is always putting a lot of effort into them, I really want to show you guys. So let's just take a look at those 2 skins quickly. So this is obviously the Bombland skin.
Cannot have enough bomb lances.
Yeah. And the little growl from the alligator in the background, really cool. Yeah, let's look at it once more. And then, as I mentioned, there's the Avarisa Romero skin as well.
It's a Romero talent to be specific, so look at the blade attachment, so you can also use it for melee.
Really cool.
I like how all like the alligator skin like straps are kind of like fastened around even the blades, so kind of make this whole thing work. Fasten it.
I mean, it will work really well with the new hunter for sure. Like just taking it together. Great. But yeah, I really wanted to show that, guys. I'm sorry. And yeah, so we will actually have a bundle on the Steam with multiple DLCs where you can actually get them like cheaper, including the newer DLC. I think that's on Steam. So make sure to check out the bundle tabs on Steam and see where the DLC is also included if you are looking for multiple DLCs at the same time. That's worth mentioning. And yeah, back to questions. Sorry for that little interruption. I just noticed that we haven't shot. So yeah.
I've seen a couple of questions about like, what about the Hailstorm? What about Billy? What about this? What about that? So basically, to summarize, this is all about like what happens to things that we had in previous events. Obviously, we will not be able to tell you today how exactly some of these other things will return, but what we're showing with this event now, with our first time we're running a Halloween event as an event, is that we do want things from last time to be somehow accessible to you guys, and rest assured we will do something similar for all the other content. The rules of that we won't be able to discuss and disclose today, but you will have second chances to get some of the legendaries that we had run previously.
Awesome. Someone asked if the incendiary ammo sets the pumpkins on fire.
I think they still just burst in flame. So, like they just kind of explode in normal gibbing. I mean, keep in mind, even in incendiary round, there's still a physical bullet hitting and smashing, right? It just doesn't set them on fire. It just like still vaporizes them.
Awesome. For everyone that's asking about the Twitch drops, so yeah, we are going to have a Twitch drops campaign later this year, but we can't just share any information regarding that just yet. So obviously just keep an eye on our socials, on our Discord and our announcements everywhere on Steam and etc. And I'm sure you will find out about that closer to date. And today we are actually just testing it, which was a great idea because as you can see there's some issues. But we will be live tomorrow as well, as we mentioned earlier, so you can still earn the rewards from this test stream then.
There's also been a couple of repeating questions about when the event will start exactly. So the event will start tomorrow at 2 p.m. UTC. That means, for example, for Europe, it's going to be 4 p.m. in the afternoon, like Central European Standard Time.
Exactly, and it will be on for 2 weeks until the 9th, and will end at the same time as it started, so 2 p.m. UTC. It's a bit complicated. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so I just want to mention that I actually give you guys a lot of credit for like catching like any questions from the chat, because like I'm trying to find like anything that I want that I can and like want to answer regarding the event, and there's just like never-ending flow of this. Like I can't even read it in time. So seriously, like you're doing great job.
Thank you. And I actually saw a good question again that I don't think we mentioned, but I think we talked about it before the stream. Will Scrapbeak still drop items if he like sticky or exploded?
So when it means items,
I mean the pumpkin.
Gameplay-wise, nothing has changed. So if you burn them and destroy things like give them explosives, etc., then sure you will lose the chance to get stuff. But the pumpkins are a separate mechanic. The pumpkins will always drop, and you can always collect them. They are basically just like a little bit of an event thing on top. We didn't touch the actual rules. They also don't compete with other things he might have dropped instead. They drop in addition.
And yeah, the Wormseed shots will convert back to blood bonds after the event, as we mentioned earlier, so don't worry.
And the Wormseed shot, like there's a question about whether it tastes like pumpkin spice. I honestly cannot answer this. Unfortunately, we don't yet have any smelling and tasting experience hardware here. So I guess you will have to wait a little bit longer to figure that one out. But I think you can just assume there is something pumpkin related in it.
Yeah, and then about the Wormseed shots, I've seen like multiple people asking like, what happens if you don't use the free one? Do you also get blood bonds back or not?
For the sake of information, we can answer yes, but I would like. It doesn't mean that you're supposed to keep them. We're giving it to you to progress. Do not wait the end of the event.
Don't do it, guys, but yes. The DLC price, I'm not sure by heart, and it also depends on your region and currency, so please make sure to just check the stores, as I think maybe you can already see it on Steam, but if the price is not there, you can already wishlist the DLC, and it will be released tomorrow, so you'll be able to see the price then on every platform and every region.
The question has been what exactly will be in the Twitch drop pool after the test is over. So I think that should all then be explained once the page is there and running. Again, we try to have the Twitch drop running today. It's a technical test we're doing, so there isn't really anything big or exclusive in there. It's just for us to test the system in preparation for the next Twitch drop campaign that we're planning. However, since today we ran into some issues, tomorrow will also be a gameplay stream with Benz and the guys. So if you follow that gameplay stream, if you watch that and you've linked your account, etc., you have like another chance of trying to get some of the unlocks. We're talking about like some very basic stuff, like you get a couple of bows, a couple of Scott-filled revolvers, etc. So just gameplay instances of items, but still, it's free stuff. So make sure to help us test the system once it's there. Today was already a great test. It didn't work, so it's something at least. But tomorrow we hope we have it running, and then we'll see more if there's any underlying issues still we need to look into, etc. We want to just be prepared for next time we do the proper campaign, and we've recently updated our API and made sure that we integrated the new tools provided by Twitch for these type of campaigns. So this is more of a technical test for us. So bear with us as we try to resolve it. It will only help us all to make the actual real thing be proper, which we will talk about a bit more in detail soon in terms of what that means and when it's planned.
Yeah, and we talked about the WORMSEED shots as well, the pumpkins a lot now, but we have never mentioned quick play. So can they find pumpkins in quick play?
Sure, definitely. Pumpkins, scarecrows, they're all in quick play as well.
And is it possible to loot WORMSEED shots, or is that not? Because usually you can't loot.
In the quick play this time, no, because there was like actually there was like decision to change the strategy a bit. So now we're giving you in the progression, so it's granted. So there will be given WORMSEED shot, but can't be found in a quick play.
Awesome. Is there any more questions, Dennis, you've seen maybe, or Xenia?
There was one about the daily caps, whether they've removed after a few days. Yes, Xenia expanded a little bit earlier on. The daily caps, just like in the events before, they will be there for the first few days. So we have 4 daily caps, and then afterwards, if, like, for example, if you come in late, you can just keep on going and unlocking the stuff, collecting the points in one go.
I actually managed to read one question. May I answer, please? So there was like a question about like where are event clues. So basically, the idea is to be not to switch the focus, but bring something new. And we had for first Halloween, for Christmas event, for the Scrubbic event, we always had clues there, and they were like event themed. They gave you event points, but for this event, for Light the Shadow event and Halloween event, we do not use clues. It doesn't mean that they will not return. It's just to give you something different for this time. That's the answer for the question that I finally managed to read. So proud of myself. I'm sorry.
Good job. Yeah, so someone asked if there's Bloodborne skins this time, and there's no like new Bloodborne skins, but we added all the older ones from the legacy ones from last year's event, which you can buy for Bloodbornes basically. Yeah, so everything we had in last year's Halloween event, you will now be able during the runtime of the event to purchase for Bloodbornes. And as I mentioned before, we're looking into some other ways in the future for how we can make this also available to players. But for now, it's just the Bloodborne way. Oh, and someone asked if you can sell the Twitch drops items. And I think they are not contraband, so I believe you can, right? I mean, if so if you get some unlock in the game, right? Whether you I don't know, prestige and you get an unlock there, or play trials, or you purchase them, you always get usually one instance with the unlock, right? And it's the same thing there. The moment you get something new, there's going to be one instance. That instance usually is not contraband. So sure, you can just sell that one weapon if you want to, but you can also just play it. I mean, it's up to you. Awesome. I don't really see any questions related to the event. Guys, we will be only answering event-related questions this time. Like for the gameplay related or like balance or whatever related, we usually have the update dev streams, and you can ask those questions there. Obviously, you can always like reach out to us on Discord and such, and we will try to answer you in person. But now we are focusing on the event. So if you have any questions for the event itself, please ask now. And yeah, after that we'll be going offline, and you can play soon. So yeah, tomorrow 2 p.m. UTC. That means 4 p.m. European Central Time. Start smashing pumpkins. Have fun. So someone asked if you can get points by killing specific monsters. Well, not technically, but as we mentioned earlier, the butcher drops its head, so you can get points from the butcher. The assassin and the spider has a bunch of pumpkins along their lairs, so you can smash those. And as you've seen in the video before, Scrapbeak also drops the pumpkin every time he goes angry or frenzy mode.
Anger frenzy.
Yeah.
All right, I think we got a lot of questions sorted out.
Yeah, so thank you guys. As always, please keep an eye on our socials. So that includes Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok now actually, and Discord as well. You can always find the updates there. You can read the Steam forums. We are also active on Reddit. So if you want to talk to us, you can always reach out to us. The event happens tomorrow. The DLC is tomorrow. So there's a lot of stuff going on tomorrow, as well as our gameplay stream, where you can still get drops from today. So I guess with that, see you guys there, and we wish you all a nice Halloween and spookiness, and yeah.
Something happened to Ben. All right, thank you very much for having us, guys, and enjoy the event tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you guys, and you can listen to the new song at the end, so stick around. Bye bye.
Dried her tears these 4 years gone, on my grave the setting sun. Be still, my dear, don't cry, for soon you will be at his side. Dark was the night, its wings were red, spread across the sky. Thousands dead. Be still, my dear, don't cry, for soon you will be at her side. Death is no man, death is no wraith, death is a bird flying. Death is no man, death is not fate, death is a bird flying, flying. In that one night, 10,000 gone, I walked with them, we sang this song. Be still, my dear, don't cry, for soon you will be at her side. Dark was his face, shrouded